we are going to do a list, like 3 movies, maybe more if we all have some of these in common.
Yeah, I got
but
honorable
movies
mentions too.
never got a sequel, but need one. Because this is the opposite of Gladiator 2 never got a sequel and never needed one. So I feel like I was interrupting Cal to you a lot, Toke. So you start us off and tell us one movie you think should have got a sequel and didn't.
All right. So I'm actually this one. I'm gonna go with it anyway, even though there is a sequel, but there should have been a sequel after the sequel, and we never got it. And everyone's been wondering, what the hell is on page 47? And I'm going with National Treasure.
Okay.
Okay, so you're talking like the third movie?
Should have been a 3, and
Yep.
everyone's been waiting for it, and I still am waiting for it.
That's an
Bring him
interesting
back.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. I absolutely love the first National Treasure. I didn't like the second National Treasure, and it turned me off to the franchise. But I do think the first one's great. I really do.
God,
It's
yeah.
one of my favorite Nick Cage movies, which I don't think a lot of people would put National Treasure as one of their favorite Nick Cage movies. Maybe,
Nope.
but it's one of mine. Like it'd be in my
It's great.
top might be in my
It's a
top
great
3
movie.
for him. Honestly, I really like that movie. That's an interesting
What's your favorite Nick Cage movie?
Face Off.
Okay. Yeah, of course it is.
Without a second doubt in my mind.
I think for me it's Gone in 60 Seconds, Face Off, National Treasure.
Ooh.
Although I gotta say,
I liked him as
I'm
Ghost
terrible
Rider
with
too.
lists.
I might be in the
Now-
minority for that, but him as Ghost Rider, that was a fun time.
Oh.
Yeah. See,
I
I'm
mean-
bad with lists because I gotta know there's something I'm missing and I know it. So I've
The
got
Rock.
It's
Ooh,
Con
The
Air.
Rock.
pretty good.
Con Air was
Con
great.
Air.
Oof, I mean, Nick Cage movies, man. Nick Cage movies.
There's
I mean, I loved him in
so
Kick
fucking
Ass.
many.
He was fire in
Kick-Ass.
Kick Ass.
Yeah.
He was great in Kick Ass.
Yeah.
Oh, Bangkok Dangerous was low key good too.
I never saw Bangkok Dangerous.
Into the Spider-Verse.
Into the Spider-Verse
yeah,
is great too.
technically,
Yeah,
technically he's Oh man, now I'm going down this rabbit hole. Of, Nick
Nick
Cage
Cage.
movies.
There's a lot of
right.
them. There's so
There's
many.
so many. He's done so many bad movies.
I need to see Pig.
Oh,
I heard
Lord-
Pig was
Oh,
really
you
good.
know what? Lord of War. Lord of War might be one of my all time. That might be
I've
my
seen that
all time
one.
favorite. That's
Lord of War.
that one's great. He's the he sells guns in that one, and he's like full Nick Cage in it. Well, he's like good Nick Cage, not the cheesy bad Nick Cage. All right, Josh, I've been talking too goddamn much. What's your What's a movie that should have got a sequel that didn't?
One of mine in my top 3 is the movie Jumper with Hayden Christensen.
Hey, that's on mine too.
Is
On
it?
mine too.
It always bothered me that they never made another Jumper because I think it's a pretty good movie, and not
Yeah.
a lot of people are talking about that movie. Like, I don't know. I feel like I saw it, some of my friends saw it, but it's never like a topic of conversation. Like Hayden
No,
Christensen
it's not.
was pretty good in that too.
He was good in it, and it was his comeback role, like
Yep.
from Star Wars,
yeah.
and it had
Samuel
a
L.
great
Jackson.
concept. Like it was
Samuel
a
L.
cool
Jackson.
concept. They had it was a great premise. It was like believable. Like they chased these dudes down that tried to break time and space and
Yep.
stuff. It was cool. It was really like. It was almost one of those where you like, I want that ability. Like that would be awesome to just look at like a postcard or a picture of something and just like go there. Like,
And the way the teleportation is portrayed, it's not smooth. Like he teleports and the
No.
ground gets fucked up and everything. Like you can see, like just the way it was portrayed. And also, what's his name is in there? Who plays his dad? From Walking Dead and Guard. It's a crime that I'm forgetting his name off the top of my head, because I know his damn name.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to get you the cast right now.
It's gonna drive me nuts now. I gotta.
Daryl's brother. in
Oh,
Walking Dead?
Bernthal? No,
No,
No.
Daryl's brother. Oh yeah,
Michael. I almost said Rappaport. Michael, God damn it, what is it?
Michael Rooker.
Michael Rooker.
Michael
Thank
Rooker.
Thank
Michael
you.
Rooker.
Mike, yeah. Because when I went
Yep.
back to it in the last year or so, I forgot he was in that movie, and then when he shows up as his dad, I was like, oh no shit.
Yeah, that movie's great. Yeah, and they set it up to have more
Yeah.
like like a sequel to it, and it just never did.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's like 6.1 IMDb. It
Reviews aren't
made
great.
for 85 million. I'd imagine that it beat that because I feel like it was pretty popular just because Hayden Christensen.
Oh yeah, it
And
probably did
Samuel
pretty well
Jackson.
in the theater,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Maybe it just didn't sit with a lot of
Maybe
people.
we go back. We should add this to the list here for movies of the week and go
Yeah.
back and revisit it. We all had it on our list.
That's
Maybe
cool.
we're missing
yeah,
something
that's
here.
cool that we all had it because this is the actual movie that made me think of doing this topic. I was thinking about Jumper.
Okay.
Like, Jumper never had a sequel. Like, I don't get that. I was thinking about it. I'm like, wow, this would be a good topic to think of other movies that didn't have a sequel. Where I'm like, why didn't this movie have another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
all right.
But yeah, Mike,
all right.
what do you got?
I got a couple that are good, but I feel like we might have them as well. So I will jump on probably one that I always think is Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
I thought it's just a hilarious movie.
It is funny.
I
yeah.
loved the my grandfather loved the books, and there's 3 books, so they could have made it. They set it up to make a series of movies, and they just never did. Martin Freeman, Sam Rockwell, Alan Rickman, Zoe Deschanel, Bill Nighy. Like, there's so many
Yeah.
great people in this movie, and I'm pretty sure it's reserved. Like, yeah, 87% like this movie. It seems like, I mean, it doubled up. It's doubled up, made 100 million. I don't know why it never got a sequel.
That is
There was-
interesting.
like I said,
Why
there was-
didn't they do another sequel to that? Because I feel like when that movie came out, people were talking about that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a very strange one. That's a good pick. Damn, I didn't have that on my list, but that is a good. It would be on my list if I would have thought of
Yeah.
it for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, but no sequel, no sequel movies. I think that they were like supposed to. It was in like development. I don't know. I'd have to read up on it. Maybe I should have done that before to see exactly why it didn't get a sequel or any of the other movies. But yeah. All right, back to you, Tope.
So I have a bunch of them on here, but I'm gonna skip down to a few of them because I know the next one on the list. I'm pretty sure both of you have on your list. So I'm gonna skip that one for now. But Edge of Tomorrow.
Had that on my list. Yes. I'm very surprised because they left that to be another one.
100%.
And there's been
Yeah.
talks about it, but for some, I don't know what kind of hell it's going through or why it can't get off the ground. But I've seen articles so much about that movie.
Yes.
And that's another one I just watched in the last year for the first time. My buddy asked me if I had ever seen it, and I'm like, no. He's like, I feel like you would like that movie, and I watched it, and I was like, how did this miss me? I don't know. I almost feel like maybe the promotion for the movie wasn't that great or something. I don't understand how this missed me because I watched the trailer and I was like, why didn't I go see this? I remember seeing the title and it was a Tom Cruise film, but I feel like if I sat and watched that trailer, I'd go see that movie.
Yeah.
I don't get why it missed me, but yeah, the movies, I think that movie's incredible. A great
It is.
sci-fi film.
Now I don't know. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I was gonna say this movie. The crazy thing about it was originally called Live, Die, Repeat.
Yes.
And
Yep.
I don't know when they changed it, but because it spoiled like
The movie.
30 minutes into the movie, I feel like there's a what is that called when you swear something was one way but it's not? It's like the Bernstein Bears or-
Mandela
effect.
Mandela effect. I swear to God, I saw this movie when it was called Live, Die, Repeat, and then they changed it after it came out.
Well, you know what,
But
Mike?
that
The
just
posters
Yeah.
said live,
Said live.
die, repeat, and that's probably where you're
Okay.
getting it from. Because of course
That's
you
probably
see
where
that
my brain's
poster,
going
it's
to.
like, yeah, I know for a fact the posters would say that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm surprised because the end of this movie, they're like, all right, now we're going to bring the fight to them or whatever, and then they're just like, all right. So I just read that it is in development, with
Awesome.
Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt in reprising their roles. So who knows if this and that's from February 20th. So who knows if this writer's strike
Hey, that's
will
my
affect it.
birthday.
There you go. No, well, yeah, this is the article that I'm reading. That's where it's from.
Nice.
So,
Well,
yeah, hopefully we'll get the sequel
Yeah,
to
I
that.
hope so.
Because I did enjoy that one. It was pretty good.
yeah.
All right, Josh, back to you.
All right. I was thinking Titanic. You know. No, I'm just playing. I just want to see that bitch go down a second time. You know. I want to see if
Iceberg's Revenge.
Iceberg's Revenge. It takes on the iceberg. It's almost like a Pacific Rim. It's just this big ass iceberg versus the Titan. Oh man.
Well, thing is,
Rose's Revenge.
Funny thing is, the global warming is melting all the icebergs, so we're getting our revenge, baby.
Hey, the people's revenge. No, but another movie that I have on my list, and I actually don't think this is going to be on your guys' list. I don't think it'd be on a lot of people's list, but Freddy versus Jason. Now, when this, hear me out, guys. Hear me out. Please listen to me. Look at me. Don't leave me out. I told you I didn't see Gladiator, and I told you I wanted another Freddy versus Jason. I know you want to leave me right now, okay? Okay? But bear with me. Please, God. Please. When this movie came out, right? It was something that we had never really seen before. For one, this movie was huge when it came out, and after it came out, there were talks about doing like a Jason versus Michael Myers, or like other popular killers, and I think it was a missed opportunity not to do it. Would these films be great? No. Was Freddy versus Jason great?
No.
Yes and no. You know what I mean? The movie's trash, but the concept is so entertaining.
Yeah.
If you would have did a Jason versus Michael
all
Myers,
the audience wanted.
Exactly. And I'm shocked that they didn't continue this, because doing any other iterations of versus, like, when it comes to these killers, like Leatherface versus Freddy or something like that. Look, and even the way it ended, like, you guys probably don't remember the way it ended, but like, you think that Jason killed Freddy, and he comes out of the water with his head, and then Freddy looks at the camera and winks, and it's like nobody really won, and it's like, yeah, I'm really shocked it never got another one, and I would have ate another one up, honestly, even if they just had a rematch.
Yeah, okay, I can see. I love the idea of like Freddy versus a bunch of different people, because like Michael Myers and Jason would just be two slow dudes trucking towards each other. It would be boring. But Freddy has all that. Freddy has that like cool thing where it's like he gets you in your sleep. Like, everybody has to sleep. Even Michael Myers, even Chucky the doll got to sleep. So like that,
Yeah.
I like and Freddy's got that like fourth wall breaking type thing,
And he's very
could be
punny.
fun.
He's very
Yes.
punny.
Yeah.
So I would love to see
Like a
I mean,
Freddy
I
versus
probably wouldn't
Pinhead,
love to, but
you know what I mean? That
Yeah.
would be an interesting one. Or even Puppet
just
Master versus Chucky. Give it to me.
yeah. Hey, I'm down for anything. It all sounds okay. In a world full of crap, that sounds okay.
Yeah, sounds right.
I'll
Mike,
go
what
with
do
a
you
big
got?
one here. And I actually, when I was looking up some movies, I put this list together. Then I started looking through some lists to see, like, get some other stuff here. Wanted. Wanted was a
a good one.
gigantic movie when it came out. I mean,
Yep.
it was huge. The whole curve and the bullet thing was awesome.
Yep.
A cool concept. Assassins always slap.
Yeah.
And I feel like this movie did great. I mean, Angelina
Yeah.
Jolie was on fire at the time. James
Yeah, she was.
McAvoy.
James McAvoy.
James
yep.
McAvoy killed it.
This
Oh,
was like
God.
prime. If I would guess, I would say this was what, 2008,
Probably, I think I was in middle school.
2008.
Yeah.
2008.
Yeah.
I mean, this just
Somewhere
hit
in
in
that.
the like. Dude, Chris Pratt was in this. I forgot. Common, Morgan Freeman.
Some
what a
things
stud,
in that
what a
movie are
cast.
iconic too. The way they would like fling the gun and shoot the bullet. Like, I think about that till this day. That's not on my list. That's another one. Damn, if I would have thought of it, it would have ended up on like my honorable mentions for sure. Yeah, that's a great one. That
Just-
movie's so good.
I'm surprised. I mean, it made. And I always look at the money, because you follow the money, and that's
That's what they follow.
where
yeah.
where was this budget here? Because again, it just I don't know if it's just my circle of friends, but it was gigantic.
Yeah,
Made
no,
for
I
70
think you're right. It was huge. Everyone was talking about that freaking movie when it came out.
75 million made for, and it made 375 million. So I'm just perplexed why it didn't.
Yeah. I mean, this thing, I remember the trailers, and I remember being like, yeah, I have to see that movie when it came out. And I remember my dad brought me to go see it. Me and him went and saw it. Yeah, we loved it. We absolutely loved that movie.
Great movie, no sequel. I could see if there's a Wanted 2 coming out, but
I don't think
there's an article saying why it never happened.
Why it never? Yeah, that's one of those. Yeah, I've never. I think
Jolie was credited for a director part in it. Like, she didn't direct it, but I think that's when she started getting into directing and was getting out of acting. So that probably could have been it. But all right, let's spin it back around. What's your number 3 here, Toke?
I am number 4.
I had that too.
So, I mean, this movie had a budget of between $55 and $59 million, and it all said and done, it made $150 million.
Yeah,
I mean,
it also.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, go ahead.
No. Go by all means, go ahead.
I was gonna say that it sets up a series of movies, and if you had any sort of success, I mean, it was good. I feel like it's one of those movies that's all time. Like, Josh is sitting there like, I don't fucking even know what this movie is, but I feel like it was a good series. Now, that is one of those movies that I feel like we should put that on the list, because I remember being into it, but clearly it didn't warrant enough for the.
I never saw it. I know of it, and I know I've seen trailers. I even feel like I've seen it almost, but I don't remember any of it.
You may have seen it. So it's 100. It's actually based on a book series. So this was the first of the series, and it was supposed to, they were supposed to make the whole series into movies, and it just never went anywhere after this movie finished. And I thought the movie was actually pretty damn good. I mean, I've seen it a couple of times.
Very mediocre scores, not even critically liked.
Yeah.
Which is that's probably why if no one's clamoring for it.
Mm-hmm.
2011, it's tough, man. It just gets completely shelved by all the great movies that were coming out then.
Well, that's the thing.
You're talking Avengers and
that was not a good year for that movie to come.
No,
but after that year too was not a really good year for it.
Well, that and also Marvel's the Twilight series was going on as well.
That's right. Yeah,
that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to capitalize on the book to movie series type thing, like Twilight, and obviously everything else going on. It's just mixed in the pile, and I feel like that just hurt this series. But
X-Men First Class came out that year.
Oh jeez, yeah, it didn't stand a fucking chance. Are you
no,
kidding
I mean
me?
you had movies. You had Real Steel, Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh my god,
Limitless, X-Men First Class, Mission Impossible 4. Drive was that year.
Another movie
that I won't. Another movie I won't say because it's on my list. That's the next one I'm gonna say. But in fact, I'm gonna jump you real quick, Josh, and it'll be the next one I'm gonna say real quick. Battle Los Angeles.
Great
Do you remember
film
this with Aaron Eckhart?
I just watched it the other night.
They were supposed to set up. They were supposed to be like Battle New York, Battle Miami, Battle a bunch of the alien invasion style movies where they're just fighting through the streets and killing aliens that invaded the planet. And they were supposed to I remember at the end of it, they had said something about New York, and they kind of alluded to the fact that they wanted to go there and go there next with the movie, and never happened.
Nope.
I've never seen that movie. And the way you're talking about it, you guys both talking about it, I probably should. Probably should. It didn't look like it'd be. I don't know. I saw the trailer. I'm like, oh, I've seen this movie before. You know what I mean?
You probably have
disregarded it.
Yeah,
but it was a decent movie.
Say, yeah.
Is it fun? It okay. Like that? I don't need this Oscar award winning film.
No,
if it's fun, super fun. Yeah, I'm totally down.
Michael Pena's in it. Bridget Moynihan, Michelle Rodriguez. Come on now.
Isn't Rihanna
It's
in that?
okay.
Oh no, that was Battleship.
Yeah, that was Battleship. And that, yeah, I mean, fond memories of it, but I don't know if it was actually that good. All right, Josh, you go now.
And my number 3 movie is Godzilla, the 1998 one with Matthew Broderick. I'm really shocked. That movie was huge, and it's iconic. And even the way it ended, kind of like there was, I can't even fathom the idea that they never even made another one. I really can't. And I really would have wanted another one because I know it's like 50-50 almost what I see with this movie. Some people think it's complete trash, and then some people absolutely love it. It's like split down the middle, and I absolutely love that movie. And I really wish we got a sequel to it.
Wasn't Jack Black in that one as well?
I don't think so. I don't think
No.
Jack Black was in that. In the 1998 was he?
No, he's not.
Okay, I was gonna say I don't think he was.
It it's very divisive. Like
Super
some people,
divisive.
I mean, it made
split,
$380 million,
which in 1998 is a lot of fucking money.
and it cost 125. So, but its scores are bad. People,
Yeah.
and I feel like that could just be due to like people kind of bombing it.
Yeah.
But I
It was
remember
the
loving
American
it.
version of Godzilla. Like, of course
Yeah.
it's going to be. And look at the way Godzilla looked, It looked like a giant T-Rex.
very different.
Like, I get it.
Yeah, no, I get the people who grew up with Godzilla, like the standard OG Godzilla, and then they see this and they're like, "What the fuck is this?" No, but it has a very special place in my heart because I remember this came out like right after. I want to say this came out a little bit after Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah, Jurassic Park was what?
No, Jurassic
95?
Park is 93, so
93.
not really even
Gee, that
close.
came out before I was born. That's weird. I didn't think it did.
Shortly after one of the sequel Jurassic Parks.
Yeah,
Okay.
right after Lost World. That's what it was.
Lost World.
It did come after Jurassic World, and I remember like it was huge. I mean, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
They had like Pepsi ads,
Oh, God.
Dorito chips. Like I'm pretty sure the Dorito 3D chips like had a huge marketing thing for this. Like
Doritos 3D chips.
This movie
So,
had
yeah,
America
so good.
just spray painted on it. You know what I mean? The marketing there, you couldn't go anywhere without seeing some sort of marketing. McDonald's, Burger King. Now you go into Walmart. The T-shirts are everywhere. Like, yeah, this movie was America.
America.
all right, Toke, what do you got for a couple? Give us a couple honorable mentions for us.
All right, so I'm just gonna rifle through these. I'm gonna throw one of them. My wife wanted on the list. It's a newer movie, so I don't know if there's even possibility of it happening. But she wants a sequel to Peanut Butter Falcon. Don't know how it would go from there, or if it's a continuation. I don't know.
I'd check it out.
But
I would.
Yeah.
If they said they were doing a sequel, I don't think it needs one, but I would check it out.
one of my big ones that everybody's been asking for years is Goonies.
Yeah,
Stargate.
tough. Everybody all grown up.
Yep. Stargate from something from the original Stargate movie. John Carter.
Oof,
I didn't
that's
like
tough.
John Carter.
It was tough. It was again.
I didn't like that
I
movie,
just got
man.
sucked into the whole visual aspect of it and the story.
No,
Right,
I-
Yeah, it looks
Ginty,
good.
I admire you. You watch
Yeah.
that movie and you're like, I want another one, and I just
Well,
that's
I want to see what
beautiful. That
happens.
is
I want to see what
beautiful.
happens.
Movie fandom.
I
is
was
a beautiful
I
thing.
was invested. Damn it! Not saying
No,
it was a great
that's
movie,
awesome.
but I was fucking invested.
Yeah. Yep.
Ender's Game.
Never saw that
Okay.
one.
I don't know. Actually, I don't think I saw
That's
that
with
either.
Harrison Ford and
Yeah.
Isa.
And then
Butterfield.
one that I'm surprised that that wasn't discussed earlier, but we have talked about it in the past. But District 9.
Yeah, that one. So that one is in development. That's why
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
I
put it
did.
on there.
That's
That
why
was-
I didn't add it to
Oh.
my list. Yeah, there
Yeah,
is. Yeah,
Is
that
it-
one.
is- Is it actually in development now?
Yeah, it's in development.
Charlton Copley is like
Whoa.
said he's got it like half written. I thought we talked about that.
We
here.
did, yeah.
Well,
might
we
have been-
did,
District 10
but
at
then
some
I
point,
thought
yeah.
it was like completely squashed.
Yeah, no, it is in development. Yeah.
He said,
Okay.
I remember looking it up for when I did my top 100 because it's on there. That it's
Perfect.
that the script is written by a lot. So that's why, because I looked at a couple lists and that was like on there every time it was there.
Yep.
You got a couple extra ones, Josh?
Yeah, I'll run through some. I got Small Soldiers. That was a movie that I definitely loved as a kid, and I always wanted another one too. I got The Incredible Hulk, which like I know one could say like, oh, but it's a continuation in the MCU. No, it's fucking not. It just doesn't feel
different.
like, I wanted an Edward Norton sequel to Incredible Hulk. I always wanted that.
Yeah.
iRobot. I always wanted to see another iRobot, especially the way it ended.
Yeah.
I think that would be something great to see. Man of Steel. We'll never get that, but Man of Steel is definitely a sequel I wanted. And I'll
Me
end the
too.
last one, and you guys are going to laugh because it's been a topic of conversation here on Personified Fandom. But Daredevil with Ben Affleck. I'm surprised they didn't do a sequel. I know it wasn't critically well received, but I'm pretty sure it did pretty well in the theater. I mean, this movie was talked about. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing about the Daredevil movie. I always wanted another one. It holds a special place in my heart, and I always want to see him portray that again.
It's funny that there's a theme. Ginties are all like movies that lead to a sequel that just didn't get made. Like they all allude to the sequel that don't get made. Yours are like movies that you just want more of those movies that got canceled for some reason. And then mine are more obscure that I fucking loved that just never continued. So I got a couple more. Iron Giant.
Ooh.
That never got made, and at the end when his pieces start rattling like they're coming back together, and I'm like, oh, like they got to make another one. That was such
Mike,
a good
you
movie.
might have just picked the ultimate movie that never got a sequel. I think you just you took that one home. Iron Giant. Holy shit.
Me and actually my friend who I'll be his best man, we loved that movie as kids. We used to watch it all the time, and we were always talking about like theories to what was going to happen when he came back together, and then just radio silence. They never made one, and we were so bummed. And then the A-Team. Remember that one?
Ooh, another one.
They never went anywhere else with those, and I thought that movie was bad until like 4 years ago. We watched it when I was actually down in Miami. Our last night there, we were like done with going out and just kind of burnt out from partying, and we just sat around, had a couple beers, and watched the A-Team. And I was like, this movie's so goddamn good. How come it didn't? Like, it's so
Probably
funny and it
because of
works.
the
How come they didn't?
Expendables. That's probably why. They're probably like, hey, it's kind of the Expendables in a way.
But like the story that the
But it's
Expendables
the-
took
but
from the A-Team.
It's the A-Team. It's from freaking 70s, dude. 70s and 80s.
It is a classic.
I think,
and I would say, like Expendables is it's based off the A-Team.
Yeah.
But
And then
you
they made
gotta
the
think
Losers,
this is a
right?
period when the Expendables was still going and more movies were coming out. So I almost think it was unwise for them to do that one. But that is one. Yeah, that is one that I would have watched if they did another one for sure.
If they kept going with those. And then I'll say the last one. I don't necessarily need a sequel, but I would want more from that universe, and it's The Fifth Element.
Fifth Element. I thought of that. I thought of that.
Yes.
The fifth, you could say that The Fifth Element was a Star Wars movie, and it would make sense.
It would.
Like
it was on Coruscant.
It was so fucking good. That was even when it comes to like sci-fi movies, my wife doesn't care too much about. I mean, she loves Star Wars, which is great, but she loves The Fifth Element.
How can you not?
It's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
One
just
of
want
Bruce
more
Willis's
from that universe.
best.
Even if I mean, obviously it's impossible for Bruce Willis to be in it now.
Yeah.
But even if you went into that universe and had, I mean, Mila Jovovich could pick up and do something with it. Like, I think that'd be
bring
a really
Chris
good time.
Tucker back. Put him in the same.
Because she
outfit,
doesn't
please.
age, and now Corbin Dallas is dead, and now she's married to his son.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that's our list of movies that should have got sequels. I think we pretty good job, guys.
Yeah.
This was kind of
good. That was good.
kind of, I wouldn't say last minute, but we did come up with this just a few days
Kind of
ago.
on the fly, yeah.
Yeah.
I made my list
Good
this
job.
afternoon.
Hell yeah.
Good job. You had some bumping ones there.
Oh, hey, look at you. You made it to the end of the video. Well, if you like what you saw, be sure to hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button. Should be over here, I hope. Also, check out some of the other videos we have on the channel right over here. Do it. Click the video. Click the video. Dude,